they could make it. Because, you know, these guys, they lived with animals. You know, they ate with animals. They smelled like animals. But they could come to a stable in a manger and nobody would notice how bad they smelled. But the whole place smelled like animals. God is making himself approachable. God is making himself known. And then we have the Magi. Now you notice a couple of things about the Magi. First of all, there aren't 3 of them. That's on purpose, because we don't really know how many there were. We assume, because there's 3 different types of gifts mentioned, that they must have been 3 Magi. And they weren't kings, they were the learned people of the day. They were the scholars. They were at the opposite end of the social scale than the shepherds. And by the way, if you have one of these nativity scenes at home, okay, if you want to be truly biblical, the wise men ought to be in the other room. Because they were like 2 years later coming to the party. Okay? They weren't even there yet. They weren't in this scenery. They're still like 2 years away. So, you know, in Thanksgiving, you can start them off like in the upstairs back bedroom. And then come on slowly take them down. And then eventually, 2 years later, you can pull them out and put them with the wife. With the rest of the group here, okay? No, we don't know much about them. What we do know, though, is that they were learned men. They were scholars of their day. They sought the stars. They were either astrologers or astronomers. They plotted the heavens. They looked for signs. They looked for meaning and purpose. And we know that they were wealthy because that trek, wherever they came from, would not be an easy journey. More than likely it took them that whole 2 years to get there. So this would have been a whole entourage of people traveling together. And the gifts that they brought were very, very expensive gifts. So they're at the opposite end from the shepherds. But that's the message, see? He came for all the people. For the lowest of the low, the highest of the high. The other thing that's striking about the Magi is they are not Jewish. They're from another country, another culture, a completely different religion. And yet God spoke their language. A star. He spoke their language to bring them to this journey of faith. And I think what the Magi story tells us is everybody's journey of faith is different. Everybody's journey of faith is different. The shepherds, they found out that night and they showed up that night. For the Magi, it was a 2-year journey, quite possibly. And what the thing about them is that they didn't stop. They didn't get to a point and say, you know, this really isn't worth it, guys. Let's just head back home. We don't even know where we're going. And then when they got to the palace where they would expect to find this newborn king, he's not there. And now they got to ask directions, which my wife tells me shows that they really were wise men. And they find directions that this baby is, by prophecy, is to be born in this little backwater town called Bethlehem. And so they get back on their camels or whatever it is they're traveling on, and they make the journey now to Bethlehem. But what's striking about it is when they got there, they weren't disappointed. These noble, scholarly men traveling all of this time looking for this king, and they come to this backwater town and they don't say, "This all you got?" It says that they bowed down and they worshipped him. And they opened up their gifts. They presented it to him. Their journey was very different from the shepherds. But when they got there, they weren't disappointed. It says they believed. See, everybody's journey of faith is different. And it's not just about believing anything. It's about believing in who Jesus is and what he said about life on this earth. What he said about life with God. John in his gospel said there's a lot of other things I could write to you. In fact, if I were to write everything that Jesus did, there wouldn't be enough books to contain it. But these things I wrote, he says, I wrote these things so that you may believe, and by believing you might have life in his name. So that's really what it comes down to is belief, faith, trust. And that belief belief is not just giving mental agreement to a set of facts. It is putting my weight down that those things are true and that I will build my life on them. See, to believe is not to recite a creed. To believe is not to have a set of tenets and doctrines that I affirm. To believe is how I live my life every day, believing that what Jesus said about life is really the best way to live. And that what he told me about life with God is really the right way to approach him. See, to believe is to put my faith and my trust fully. And that is a journey. And there are some of us here that we have made that step of faith, and there's been ongoing growth in that journey of faith. And we are discovering more and more every day about what that looks like for me. And how do I live this God life with him? And how do I learn to trust Jesus when he says this is how life ought to be and I want to do it this way? And deciding, no, if he says this is the way it's best, then this is the way I will live. See, that's belief, that's faith. And some of us, we have been a part of that for a long, long time. Some of us here are more like the Magi. You have been on a journey for a long, long time. And maybe you're still a year away or 6 months away. And maybe you're not there yet, but if you're in that situation, can I just tell you, don't stop your search. Don't stop your search. Because, like the wise men, you will find it is well worth it when you find him. Some of you are more like, maybe like the shepherds this morning. You're here and you've heard this story year in and year out, but for some reason today it clicks with you, and for some reason you're being said, you know what? I have never taken that first step of faith. I've never really put my trust in him. I never started that journey wholeheartedly. You can begin that today. You see, it doesn't matter where you are and where you fit in this story. There is a place for every one of us. Because we are all on a faith journey together. And the end of that journey finds itself in this baby in a manger. And like Mary and Joseph, who started out in marriage not the way they had intended, they became a part of God's bigger story in this world. And it changed their lives forever. Christ can do that for you forever. If you're here today and you've never taken that first step of faith, can I encourage you to just in this moment say, Lord, this is what I needed. This is what I've been looking for. And I don't know where it all is going to lead me. I don't know how it's all going to work out. But today I'm deciding I'm putting my faith in you, because you are the one who broke the bondage of death, sin, and hell. You are the one that came and made God accessible to me. You are the one that I want to put my faith and trust in. You are the one I want to follow. I would encourage you to do that this morning in a moment as we close in prayer. Now, we have something for you. If you are still on that journey, we have a booklet called This Changes Everything. It is a 21-day devotional guide, if you'd like. Just something that has a thought for you each day. And if you're in that seeking mode and you're still kind of like the Magi, you're not there yet, I would encourage you to pick up one of these at the information desk and start that journey in earnest. And if today you're taking a first step of faith, take this home with you as well. It's a gift from us. We would like you to take that home and begin that journey with some solid footing. And we would love to be a part of that ongoing journey with you as a faith community here at Bethel. Would you bow your heads with me? Wherever you're at today, whatever this Christmas season has for you, wherever you find yourself this morning, there's a God who loves you, who came and made himself accessible to you, who took on the weight of your failures, your mess, your sin on a cross and paid a price so that you could be free from that and you could live this new God life with him. And if you've never done it before, I would invite you to, just as we close, make this your prayer. Lord, that is what I want. I don't know all the ins and outs of it. I know bits and pieces. Maybe I've heard throughout my life, but today it's personal. Today I'm making this decision. I want to live that life with you. I want that forgiveness and freedom that comes from your grace. And I want to live this new life as part of this faith community. Would you take me just the way that I am? Would you forgive me of my mess? Would you clean up my life? I want to follow you. In Jesus' name. Amen. So, we close our Christmas service with something very symbolic. On the way in, you all should have received one of these. If you would stand with me. That message of grace, that message of God coming to us, is a message that's been passed on from generation to generation for the last 2,000 years. And there's something very symbolic in this passing of this flame, because that's how it happens, from one person to another. John in his gospel said, "In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind." Now, it's not going to quite have the same effect in the middle of the day, but it still is very symbolic of this passing of this light from one to another. So we're going to sing together. Now, one word of instruction. The candle that is already lit remains upright at all times. Okay? The candle that's to be lit is the one that bends over. If you do it the opposite way, we have a mess on our hands. And there's people here that are in their nice Christmas clothing, and you don't want to ruin their Christmas. Okay? So we're going to sing together Silent Night, and we're going to pass this flame one to another, symbolic of what Christ has done for us, and as we pass it one to another.
It's beautiful. Hey, Merry Christmas. So we'll see. It does work a little bit, but it's really already beautiful how this place is uncovered and there's so much beautiful light coming in. And may this just be a reminder to not hold our light so down low, but to hold it up high. And it'll really light up the place. And sometimes, friends, this next year, may you be a light giver to someone else when their light's feeling a little low, and maybe we're reminded to pass this light to each other this new year as a reminder of the gift that's been given to us, Christmas. I love you. Merry Christmas. And we're going to blow these out in just a second, and then we're going to have a party. Because we feel like it's like, you know, like it's birthday. So we're going to have a jam session, and then we're going to dance and stuff and see what kind of moves you got. But there's a rule real quick about rolling this out, because like the clothes you're wearing, someone also did their hair in front of you. So I need you to like cup it a little bit, and then we're going to blow it all out together. You guys ready? 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas, friends. Our God is a good God. I want to sing joy to the world. Let's sing it so everybody in San Francisco knows that our God is good today. Come on.
Thank you. Thank you. Friends, I know we can sing along. Let's declare one more time that He rules the world.
service. And if you did get a first-time decision or you just are ready to go on an exploratory journey, we want to give that gift to you. It's going to be at the welcome table out there. Excuse me, the info table. If it's your first time with us, at the welcome table. That's right.
Get your papers right.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey, we are looking forward to this new year. We believe God has some great things in store for us in the church. And we hope that you will be a part of it throughout the year. God's got some great things in store, and we want to be a part of it all together. So, Merry Christmas to you. Christmas time.
Love you guys so much. And I'll see you next week.
Yeah, take care.
Prayer partners are near the front table. Thanks for joining us.这每一个座位的前面都有这个圣经啊，可以阅览啊。祈祷的合作者在前台，如果喜欢 prayer， 将看不太懂，意思说这些想参加这个教会的话，可以在前台。Thank you. Yeah, happy Christmas. Oh, sorry. 这是喝热水的地方。是洗手间，小孩的区域，6到11岁，3到5岁。大体就是这样，大体。这是图书馆，这个是。刚才那是图书馆。这是消毒的，这是洗手用的，这是消毒液。这就是教堂活动啊，一个圣诞节之前整体的教堂的活动啊，就是这么一个情况。感受了一下。 这个教堂它的建筑风格像一个大厅，它不是那种很传统的尖的那样的教堂，所以很有现代的气息，是吧？啊，觉得刚才很好啊！大家每个人手里拿着一柄蜡烛，把烛光点燃，然后祈祷，觉得很好啊！这是圣诞节之前最后一次的星期天，也就是2018年，应该是啊，圣诞节之前的最后一次教堂的这么一个活动，是吧？所以感觉很难忘啊。这个是什么？上面是雕塑，是吧？上面是这样的雕塑。好了，大体就介绍到这里啊，就是教堂活动的这么一个全程，这样大家会有一个印象。觉得教堂它主要是让人们得以放松，在这边可以让人的灵魂得以安放，是吧？这样平时工作的时候可能主要是考虑赚钱或者解决实际问题，但是在教堂可能更多的是这种灵魂或者内心的安宁啊。有人说教堂是最接近天堂的地方嘛，让人能够很平静的去迎接死亡啊。所以有些墓地是在教堂的后院，是吧？觉得其实也很好吧，让大家能够在工作1周之后有一个休息，有一个放松，是吧？觉得还是不错的啊。这是附近摆的摊位啊，卖的帽子呀、围巾呀什么的，应该都是墨西哥人卖的。这块是墨西哥人的居住区，这个银杏树的叶子真黄啊！这是邮局的小车，可爱的小车。有点阴天，看看，有一点点阴天。这是墨西哥人的水果店，那个各种水果，有一些水果不认得，有一些水果不认得是什么名字。这是花朵，哇，好漂亮，花朵。好，大体就介绍到这里吧，这就是教堂的这么一个活动。好了，再见，拜拜，拜拜，祝大家圣诞快乐。